The situation on campus is really challenging.
When you talk about Israel, the first thing that people jump to is the conflict.
We hear a lot from the media, and that kind of sways opinions left or right.
I remember last semester, there were two groups of protesters holding up signs and really kind of debating from across the street, kind of just screaming at each other. And I had no idea what they were talking about.
The problem is that Israel is being presented in a black and white way. It's either good or bad. You're either pro-Israel or anti-Israel. So we started teaching students how to talk about Israel in their own words, how to talk about Israel in a personal way by bringing Jewish and non-Jewish student leaders to Israel together on our mission, Israel Uncovered.
Israel Uncovered is this 10-day whirlwind, amazing experience of a journey throughout Israel.
Filled days with hearing from speakers to visiting sites on ground.
It's not just a 10-day trip. It's part of a strategy that's happening year-round on campus.
What we do at the David Project is trying to give students opportunity to find their own connection to Israel.
Students of all backgrounds and ethnicities and religions.
I found that there's some really important places for non-Jewish people here as well.
The culture here is just super rich and diverse. So it's just really cool seeing everybody intermingled together and seeing how everybody interacts.
Welcome to the most extraordinary school in Israel. Because we teach children from 51 countries. We want to give them the opportunity to dream.
Every single refugee that was coming to the school had that sense of unity and self-identity. The thing that I'm most excited about is we're constantly being challenged in Israel. We're constantly learning about new speakers, learning about Israel. That's really exciting.
Welcome to Atrawabi, the first Palestinian planned city.
Coming in, a lot of people think that it's going to be a trip where you're exposed to only pro-Israeli stuff or propaganda thing, but that's absolutely not true.
This is bigger than any other project ever done in Palestine. We're building a city for the need of the people.
Being here and seeing it firsthand, understanding Israel and Palestine is definitely incredibly important.
The most powerful thing that stuck with me is just how welcoming and friendly Israelis are.
Something here is much more like family.
What resonates with a lot of people on this trip is the idea of community, and they feel it here. It exudes out of Israeli culture. This idea of coming together, supporting each other.
We had this awesome night where we were out in the desert and we did a campfire. Someone had a guitar and we sat around the campfire, we sang a bunch of songs.
We all need somebody.
We just had a really great discussion that night about what Israel means to us and how we're really taking it all in. So that has been really meaningful to me.
The person I was when I came here is not the same person I am as I'm leaving.
I'm really excited to take my experience in Israel and add that to the dialogue that I'm involved with on campus.
I actually want to have a conversation, not a debate.
I want to take action. I want to lead my Bible study and tell the girls how great this country is.
The last day of the trip is really when the journey starts.
When the students are going back to campus, they're sharing their experiences with their friends, with their clubs and communities on campus.
Having these allies in different student organizations, having their support, their love and passion for the state of Israel is incredibly, incredibly powerful.
I believe that the conversation about Israel on campus, instead of being so black and white, should be interesting and complex and nuanced and show the true diversity and culture and complexity that is in Israel.
In Israel, I uncovered knowledge.
In Israel, I uncovered the people.
I've definitely uncovered hope in Israel.
I uncovered narratives.
Diverse perspective.
Community.
In Israel, I uncovered a sense of humanity.
In Israel, I uncovered myself.